Hi, my name is Sonia from Cosmic Harmony. I'm going to do a tarot reading for you today and see what messages want to come out. The way I understand reality to be is that our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So with the tarot, we can look at what may be going on in the outer world around us and the current energy coming towards us, the people in our lives, and by looking at our reflection in those experiences and people, we can dive into our own subconscious, which is creating our reality every moment. Becoming aware of our subconscious can help us be more apt to heal and discover who we really are and what we want to experience, making our creation a more conscious experience. If you would like a personal reading, email me at the email address below and I will email you the rates. There is also information about my writings, stories, and world meditations down below. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there is a link down below for that. And lastly, I appreciate any likes, shares, and subscribes. That helps the channel grow and get out there to more people. Thank you. Okay, so this is a tarot oracle message for the sign of Virgo. And what I'm showing, I've got some tarot cards and some oracle cards, and I'll read one at the end. But the main message I got for you guys is, what do you feel? And it's basically directing you to look within inside of yourself for what you really are feeling and wanting. Because what I'm showing is, it's like you have a conflict within yourself, okay? You're on a path like where it feels safe. And here, I'm going to show you the cards that came up that kind of like talk about that. So I got well, you're on a path that feels safe right now, but it's like almost like you feel like you're doing something you don't really want to do, or maybe you don't enjoy it, or it's just and it's not necessarily that you don't enjoy it, but it's like you feel called somewhere else or something like that, like you're being drawn somewhere else. But the way that you are being drawn, it feels risky. And so you are like choosing the safe path, but then you still got this other path like in the back of your mind. And I'm seeing that with what I'm showing is that you may be like deviating from the safe path with the coming apart card. And that also could indicate, like, if you're in a relationship or something, that you might be leaving that relationship. And it doesn't have to be like, you know, like just intimate relationships. It could be like friendships or whichever. But what it's saying, though, these other cards, we got the Gentle Gardener, we got the Dragon's Lair, and we got Solitude. And what all these cards are pointing to is that you need to get time alone and take care of yourself so that you can listen to yourself and really figure out what it is that brings you joy. And I'm also showing there's a lot of like emotional clutter in your mind. Like, I think there's a lot of fears that are holding you back from doing what you want to do. And with the cleaning the home card, it's like, basically it's telling you, I mean, you might literally have to clean your home, but it's where you reside. So like, you know, your mind, the way you feel, it's like you need to clear it out so that you can be like a clear, get clear messages, or really be in tune with what you are feeling. So with the Animal Spirit Oracle, I've got these. Okay, so I was trying to remember. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. But anyway. Okay, so what I'm showing is it's like you're starting out like here as the turtle. So like you're really grounded. This is a creative person, but this person is like slow moving, really grounded, right? You just got security. And there is something in you that's like, or something that's going to happen, or some experience that may have happened already, but it may not have, but it's going to come in, and it's basically going to make your ground, the ground beneath you, like shook up. It's going to shake you up. You're not going to know what you want to do. Almost like you're not sure who you are because you don't know which direction to go in, okay? But then I'm showing that by taking the time to take care of yourself and using the solitude to like really listen to what you're feeling and wanting, you'll find out. So I'm going to take a look at the tarot cards. So in the past, I'm showing that we got the 6 of Stones and the 10 of Bows. And in this deck, the 6 of Stones represents exploitation, and the 10 of Bows is responsibility. So what I'm showing is that in some way you felt like you were being exploited and had a lot of responsibility on you. Or like you could have been thinking about going on this path to whatever it is that you were wanting and feeling like that's what you were going to get, is like exploited, and it would be a big burden for you. But what I'm showing is going on right now is that you're just enduring. Like you might be sticking with the same job that you don't want to do, or like if it's a relationship, you might be in a relationship you don't want to be in, and you're just kind of like doing the day-to-day zombie mind, just whatever, you know. But I'm showing that, and then we got the 2 of Stones that clarified with that, and it's like a challenge, and you can see these 2 like rabbits fighting. So you might even be fighting with your mind. It might be one of those things where you're like trying to talk yourself into doing this thing you don't want to do, but you feel like you have to do it. So, but anyways, like that type of mindset. But okay, so this is what's coming in for you. Okay. It could have something to do with, okay, there is going to be some type of justice brought, and it could be good or bad depending on, you know, what it is that you've done or whatever in the past. But there's justice. It's going to balance things out with the word, okay? And it's comes out with the 5 of Bows in the traditional tarot. That's like conflict, and that can be conflict with other people, but it's going to empower you, because what this is going to do is it's going to bring you on the onto the path that you know is like your truth. Like you're gonna feel in alignment with whatever it is that you end up choosing to do, okay? And the other card that clarified it was the Hooded Man, and that's just another card for the Hermit. So it's going to cause you to look within inside of yourself. That's what the Hermit does, is he like looks inside of himself. You can see he's shining the light on the little birdie in this picture. But anyway, it's like it causes you to search within inside yourself to see what it is that you really want and start living a life that's based on truth, not on excuses like, well, I have to do this because of this, instead of like taking full responsibility for your choices in your life and what you're going to do. And so, but with the Hermit there, it's like, since that's a Virgo card, it's like it really brings you to yourself. Okay. And then what we got coming out next is the Knight of Arrows. Okay. And that's like the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Stones. So this is like you're getting super focused on what it is that you want. Okay. And it can be anything. Like it can be like going to school. It can be a certain job. It can be a person, like whatever it is. But it's like you're super focused on it. Okay. And you are healing. You're healing yourself, but you're putting your efforts and plant, like Seven of Stones is like the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like you're planting your seeds in things that you feel are worth your time and energy. And so because you know that it's going to grow into something that you want. And I'm showing that, yeah, there's another card that's like, the Archer, and in this deck this would be the card for the Chariot, which is also the sign of Cancer. And this Archer though is like super focused on what they want and shooting for what they want. Okay. And it comes out with the Ancestor card. The Ancestor card is it's like the Hierophant. So that can be whatever it is that you're deciding that you want. It's like you're super committed to it, because that can be can be the card of Taurus that represents the sign of Taurus, but also it symbolizes like traditional type, like traditional type things, like marriage, school, courts, different things like that. So, but it's like a commitment, like a contract. So whatever it is you're aiming towards, it's like you're super committed to it. Okay. And then the other thing was I got advice. Okay. Okay, so I'm just looking at this card. Okay, so this is the Five of Arrows, which is like the same as the Five of Swords, okay? And what that talks about, it says frustration on here, because yeah, it can be frustrating because with the Five of Swords, God, I can't talk. But it's like you leave something behind. So it's like you cut your losses, but take what it is that you want. And it can be difficult. So it's like this, you can see like this goat, is that a goat or whatever? It's like jumping through all of the arrows because it's still heading towards like what it wants. And then of course this little guy trying to shoot him, he's like keeps going at it, right? Okay. He doesn't give up. But anyway. And this is what I'm showing coming in for you. So whatever, okay, so I got the Two of Cups, okay? And the Two of Cups talks about soulmates. So if you are to and it doesn't necessarily mean like a relationship with like an intimate relationship. Soulmates means like someone who sees like eye to eye with you. And so it could be that there's different levels of this. So on one level, this is like bringing you in, like seeing eye to eye with inside of yourself. So there's no longer this conflict within you about doing something that you don't want to do, right? You're going to be doing something that you want to do. So it's like coming together with yourself. But then also, this indicates that by doing this, this could be at the start of a relationship. But what this does bring is the wheel of fortune. So like whatever it is, it's turning in your favor. So like things will go well for you, and you'll have abundance, and it could be money, it could be love, it could be like family, it could be traveling, whatever it is that you consider abundance to be, but it's like turning in your favor. And then this is the card of balance, which is also like the Temperance card. That represents the sign of Sagittarius, and that is like divine timing, bringing everything back into balance in your life. So it's like you got the will and the divine timing card. Both of these are like divine timing cards. And with the Two of Cups. But it's like you got to get through the bullshit. And you might actually have like people telling you that it's whatever it is that you want to do is like a bad idea. But the whole message is basically to listen to yourself and not other people. And so I wanted to read you the message from this card. It says, what do you feel? The one that I pulled for you. It says, there are many opinions around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others when it comes down to it, you will have to come to your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created only by you? Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power without negative repercussions for both you in the long run. This oracle comes to you because you have become swept up in thinking things through. You have been thinking about which way to go with a matter of importance, and you have got a bit stuck in the logic of decision-making process. Sometimes we have to accept that any path is a path forward, and if it is not the best path, we can change our approach later on if needed. If we are slightly off base with a decision, life will often shift and move to guide us back on track. We don't have to be perfect. In fact, there is rarely a perfect choice to be made, just some choices that feel more heart-honoring than others. Sometimes we can really know in hindsight if we made the best choice possible in that moment. At the time of the decision-making, we can really have our internal wisdom to rely upon, and that is all we need. The oracle of what do you feel is telling you there is no need to punish or traumatize yourself with possible choices. Just making a choice will set things in motion. The best way to catalyze the situation you are in and bring about healing change, stimulate your creative juices and find a more inspired, energized, and enjoyable approach to your life is to just make a choice based on what you feel right now. Not based on anyone else's feelings, just yours. So ask yourself, what do I feel right now? And go from there. And if you cannot relate to the need to make a choice between two or more clear alternatives, then the oracle brings you this message. You are at a crossroads in your journey, and the choices you make at this time, even simply choosing to do things a little differently without much drama associated with the decision, are powerful triggers for some great magic to enter your life. Take a different approach to something. Be open to that which makes you uncomfortable, but could be exciting and interesting. Even small adventures will yield big rewards right now. It matters less that you do the most wonderful things ever, and more that you simply take an action from your heart. Open up the creative magic of life and don't worry about how it's all going to work out. The bigger creative flow of life is sorting out all the details, and you are not immune to that plan. In fact, You are a natural part of it. So just spend some time with your own feelings and know that all is going to work out perfectly. All right, so that's your message. If you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And if you want a personal reading, the information's down below. Thanks.